Hi, everyone, and it's me and Steve.
Yo.
And by me, I mean GM Jared, but I'm not a GM. I'm watching a video with Steve. We are watching the Rise of Beast, the Transformer trailer that just dropped today, earlier, like 7 hours ago. Yeah, we've been on a Transformer kick since Steve got the rules for the Transformer game by, who is that by again?
Renegade Game Studios, I believe.
Yeah. So apparently it's all Transformers. We're just turning into a Transformer channel. Secretly, we were always a Transformer channel in disguise, as the saying goes. I'm going to drop my chair down a little bit because I am like 17 feet way too high. Whoop, there we go. See? Boop. I shrank deeper into the woods. So we haven't seen it yet, unless Steve's seen it, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, Renegade Game Studios. No, I have not seen it. Renegade Game Studios.
Nice. There it is. So Steve has... So we're gonna watch it. I'm forcing Steve to do something he hates because he's not a big fan of the movies. So
they're okay. They're okay. They could use better writing.
Yeah. So as Steve explained it to me, this is not part of the Michael Bay Transformers universe. This
I don't think
part of the Bumblebee universe.
I believe so. I think that's the new Bumblebee movie came out, and I think a lot of things that are in existence now are in that universe.
Part of that universe.
Which I'm not sure if that's tied to the Bay universe or not. The information is a little unclear. So I've watched all the Bay movies, but I've only seen like some of the later ones like once or twice. So
yeah. So this is first viewing. Let's see what happens. If Steve cries or I cry, we get $10. All right, so we're starting. Okay, for millions of years, New York City. What happened?
No, the words say, but our world has transformed. You know, it's like you have the world to transform in there.
Right. It's awakened. Oh shit! Out the gate. That's pretty dope. Oh, an optic. Wait, what?
I'm not the one to fear, Prime. There is a darkness coming.
Okay.
Prime has gone back to his more original G1 kind of outlook. Oh, that's Jazz.
Is that Jazz?
That's Jazz. He's back from the dead.
Oh, he's not dead.
I'm not driving. And if you don't know,
now you know. That's cool. Oh! Oh shit! Oh, wow! That cop did not make it.
That was Hound's ability.
Yeah.
Cheetor. Air Razor.
Oh shit!
Of all the threats, from both your past
Rhinox!
and future,
Yes!
you've never faced anything like this.
Oh!
That's definitely Cheetor.
Oh shit!
and if you don't know, now you know.
This can't be real. This can't be real. Oh, okay, it's real.
Oh, that's cool. 2023.
They specifically didn't make Jazz speak.
They did not.
I'm mad about that.
Because
everyone wants to know what Jazz sounds like.
I think that was the coolest part. Was where he did the multi.
Yeah, that for anyone who knows G1, Hound had that ability to create holograms.
Yeah.
Which is he was the Jeep.
Yes.
And he had the ability to create a faux driver because they gave everyone that ability in the movies. Where everyone can make a like holographic driver.
Of themselves.
Only Hound had that ability. but now apparently like the Jazz has this ability, so they kind of like gave it to Jazz, which is kind of cool. And
Yeah.
he's back. This is what I'm saying. It's like things like this. Like Jazz died in the first Transformers Bay.
Like
movie.
in the very first.
Like the very first Bay movie that he was fighting Megatron at the end of the movie, and he got kind of ripped in half by Megatron.
Yeah.
Kind of dead. And so apparently this is either an alternate universe, or this is like a reimagining of the universe.
Yeah.
And the universe is kind of like not part of it, or they're trying to mash universes together. There may be a reason why Jazz is back, but you see that some of the characters are very much there, look like they're
Gen 1
G1
yeah.
Gen 1 of variants instead of their like the weird Cybertronian, which I didn't really have too much of a problem
against
with
it.
Oh yeah, like that. Like how cool does RC?
RC
look
looks
right there?
dope. Yeah, I was gonna say like RC
the
looks
wheels, his
really
feet,
nice.
Yeah, look at that.
Like
That's
it's a really
awesome.
nice. Like even the CGI looks cool, and they gave them more human, right? Like expression. Like that's a human expression. Like oh shit.
Yeah.
Like and then her hands become weapons. So I was always a fan of RC. I was always surprised like Michael Bay never put RC into his movies. I know later on there was the motorcycle, but I wasn't sure if that was RC,
And RC was in Bumblebee. That's why I was thinking that I think that also Optimus was in Bumblebee, and he looked like that. He looked like his original
G1 form
variant. And a lot of things started turning back to G1, where it's super stylized, bright colors. Like look at Optimus. We clearly know that's Optimus, even though we can't see.
Yeah, like right here is
the white stripe.
Yeah, like that's a
G1
enough, the
white
Optimus.
stripe is not canon.
It's not?
No, it's weird because sometimes he had it and sometimes he didn't.
Yeah.
But this is funny that eventually he gets the white stripe. But
let's see, can I get a cool picture of Cheetor?
Right about there. Yeah, right about there.
Right.
That's when they're running in. And you get a clear one. He transformed at that point. Yeah.
It's like all like I want to know who this is.
I believe if you go back to the middle where we saw that guy, I want to be able to. This was the cool part. Look how good Optimus looks.
Yeah.
With the faceplate, because one of my favorite shows is Transformers Prime,
yeah.
and that's very much a Prime kind of Transformers Prime show. Look where he has the faceplate, and it comes off when he's talking, and when he goes in, and he gets the battle mask.
Yeah, that's
and it looks good. Like when they did this in the Bay movies, it didn't look good. Like for me, the way the Transformers looked, there was so much going on. It was hard for me to tell who was who and what was going on.
Yeah, like there was a lot happening. Yeah.
And like this one, it's clean enough where I know it's Transformer and I know it's Optimus.
Yeah.
But it's also busy enough that we know they're fucking aliens.
Yeah. The alien robots.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, they're giant alien robots.
And I think it's cool because he's, again, like I'm a fan of G1, right? So.
Yeah.
And then Rhinox. You got Rhinox.
Oh, man. Beast Wars. Are you pulling the Beast Wars stuff?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
No, I don't have audio.
Oh, you muted it.
Yeah, I muted it. So I want to know who that is.
Yeah,
first off.
Back up to that guy. Because I think, funny enough, I think from what it looks like, I actually ordered someone that looks like it's like an IDW rendition of a character, and it looks like this guy. He has the same head sculpt as this guy, and his name is Tarn. I don't know much about Tarn because I haven't been reading the comic books.
Yeah, me neither.
I haven't been able to get
what if this is IDW stuff? That would be cool.
That'd be cool. Like if this is the actual Tarn, because IDW Tarn is actually a pretty he's a pretty interesting character, and he looks awesome. That's the reason I picked him up.
And I think IDW would be the right choice to go if you were to kind of like want to branch away from the Michael Bay stuff into the like I want to do my own stuff. IDW is the best way to go because you could do IDW G.I. Joe, Transformer G.I. Joe crossover. I know G.I. Joe kind of like fell to the wayside. You could do the Dark Mirror universe where the evil Prime.
Oh, Shattered Glass.
Shattered Glass, yeah.
Calling it where like the Autobots are evil and the Decepticons are good.
The good guys, yeah.
Yeah.
And here he is. Getting and then just suiting up.
The mask animation.
It's so good. See, like I don't know who that is. That's not Tarn.
I think that's a different guy from the guy that we saw before. And this guy, I think those are different people.
Cheetor, go. And then
and then Primal transforming, the transforming with the Beast guys, and his blades coming out are super smooth. I like it.
It's interesting that they put them on chains because in the original CGI cartoon, right? Like he had them You know.
That fun enough that you talk about his like mace thing.
Well, no, because
That's-
in the Beast Wars, he had the two swords, but they weren't on it. In this one, they gave him chains. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but fun enough, that's a reference to the toy.
Oh, is it really?
So originally he had this mace with a skull at the end of it,
Yeah.
and it was at a chain. So he had a handle and a chain and to this like skull thing. And then but in the show, in the Beast Wars TV show, you're right, he had the wrist cannons,
Yeah.
and they had like he had the two swords.
The two swords, right? Yeah. Swords.
Right. So they kind of threw away the idea of the mace from the animation. Maybe they couldn't do it because I know they had very much heavy limitations on what they could do, what they can animate, because that was one of the first 3D shows done.
Yes.
It maybe not have been the first, but it was one of the first. And I know that they even talked about they had character limitations on screen.
They
because
did.
Couldn't render only a certain amount of characters.
That's why they only had like 4 on each
4 or 5
side.
for each
Yeah.
side. Yeah.
Because you couldn't. They were like, we couldn't render enough.
But if you got the toy, the original Beast Wars Optimus Primal toy, he came with the because they all came with like
a
weird
mace.
kind of masks.
Yeah.
I think, but they came with the mask. And if you actually some of the later editions of Optimus Primal, he has it because it was like a reference to the old toy.
Got
so
it.
that may be in the reference to the toy that they're trying to make there.
Yeah. I just can't get over how cool RC looks. Like, I'm a huge RC fan, and I think they did that character justice. Just by like what you can see here. I wonder how important the Beast Wars characters are, because of course, like, we saw what they did. If you watch the Netflix series, they went to the Beast Wars stuff, and it was weird, right? Like, you could argue it was very weird. It wasn't like a solid, like, it was very weird because they weren't good guys, they weren't bad guys, they were just like weird characters.
Yeah, in my opinion, they shoehorned the Beast Wars in because they know the Beast Wars characters are popular and people want to see them.
Yeah, I mean, that's
in this, I hope there's not a shoehorning of those characters in just to get them on screen.
Yeah,
because they look good.
They do look good.
Right? They look really good. And I've been kind of taking like a 10-foot pole to most of the Transformers movies lately, because I just like, oh, look, if I'm going to spend 2 hours of my time and some money to watch a movie, I want it to be good. Right?
Yeah.
I've been more eclectic in my selection of things. And when they take an old show like Transformers and they were doing what the Bay was like, the first one was okay. And then as they get the second, third, and fourth movies, I was like, all right, I've had enough of this. Right?
Yeah.
And but so long as it's good, I don't mind. But like I said, in the Netflix TV show, like we mentioned before, it's just they felt they were shoehorned in because it was fan service.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not against a little bit of fan service, but it was a lot of fan service.
Yeah.
It was like, really, this is how you're going to pull these characters into the story? Because it wasn't a good story, and that was the main thing. Is that fun enough? That's what Beast Wars is all about. Is that people love it because it's a great story.
Yeah, and like
so don't fuck it up.
Yeah, I know exactly like that. Like for me, I like the Dinobots and Grimlock, and they shoehorned Grimlock, and it was a terrible character. Like, it was cool to see a fucking like T-Rex blowing fire and like Optimus riding him, but like that didn't make any sense. Like, when you got to the last of the original trilogy of the Michael Bay trilogy stuff, right? Like with the Transformers, it got so crazy. Like, it just got like insane. He was just like, what characters haven't I like taken? And then at the very end of like the last one before Bumblebee, it was Unicron. They made like so many reference to Unicron, like he was coming, and I was like, don't do Unicron. Oh God.
What was that bad? What was the second Mortal Kombat movie? Mortal Kombat Annihilation. It's like, hi, I'm insert character here. I'll be right back, and then you never see them again.
Yep.
Like that. I don't want that.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Well,
if you want to put less characters in there, put less characters in there, but I want to have them have screen time.
Yeah, and be important to the story and to the plot. Like, it looks like this is like Prime showing up and then Optimal Prime showing up and being like, yo, something terrible from the past is coming, and I time traveled, which is kind of canon because he does time travel in Beast Wars. He's all fuzzy.
Oh no, stop being fuzzy.
There he is. You showed up.
Dinobot's like, yeah, damn it, Prime, stop eating those bananas.
But yeah, like,
in all seriousness.
yeah. Like I feel like, you know, I'm just Beast Wars was like a huge thing for me because I was kind of young for Gen 1 when it was on TV. I remember the movie being like I watched Transformers when I was very little, but I wasn't like super into the story of Transformers, right? Because I was in that like I was born I was watching it towards its end, right? And then I remember the movie and being like, wow, this is cool. Like, oh man, the big red guy who everyone loves is dead. Like, oh man. And then watching like the weird spin-off with like Rodimus Prime or Hot Rod before he was Rodimus Prime. And then like, but like Beast Wars was my like jump into Transformers, and then to like see this, and I was big into Beast Wars. Like I followed the whole Beast Wars thing to the very end, and then when they did the Beast Machines on Fox Kids, I loved it. I was like, I'm all in. And then they had like, it was because it was the CGIs, and then like you find out like Rhinox is actually the robot
evil
time,
and it
was
it
great,
got crazy. But the cool thing is, like for me, I'm a little older than Jared is, and I was in that era of Transformers where I was that kid who needed a good guy versus a bad guy. So Optimus versus Megatron, right? But then I grew up into Beast Wars. So as I got older, the show got more complicated. And it was like that perfect mix. And I think that's what that happened for a lot of people, where that was that perfect mix of, now I've gotten to the point where just having good and evil wasn't enough. You had to have character. Like in the original G1, there wasn't a lot of character development. I'm a good guy, you're a bad guy, we fight, right? That's it. And we fight a whole bunch, and then the good guys most of the time win. And then you got to Beast Wars, and then it was really like, it was like characters had arcs, they had, you know, they had motivation, they had like a lot of stuff. It was still a kid show and good guys versus bad guys, but there was just this whole underpinning of other stuff. And then you want to hit those characters, and people love these characters, and obviously we really enjoy these characters, but a lot of people love these characters. So they had to be really careful in this way with these characters, because there'd be a lot of angry people who have money, disposable income, who are not going to buy this stuff if they don't do this justice. So, so far what we see is looking really good.
The graphics look amazing.
The story backs it up.
Yeah, I concur. So I hope everyone enjoyed this with us. I hope we didn't take too much of your time. Thanks for watching. And yeah, let us know in the comments down below what you think. Was Beast Wars your first foray? Were you G1? Were you older than G1? What were they called? The GoBots?
No, GoBots is a different brand.
But like it was like that was like the original.
I had GoBots as a kid too.
So like, were you old school like that? And let us know your favorite Transformers, right? Like we've apparently dived headlong into Transformers. So let us know in the comments down below who your favorite Transformers is.
One thing I didn't see is I didn't see Dinobot.
There is no Dinobots.
Dinobot character in Beast Wars.
Yeah, Dinobot's your favorite. I gotta say, Rat Trap was my favorite. Because he became amazing in two of them. He became amazing, like a character development. He became amazing in Beast Machines.
Yes,
that's what it was. Like from Rat Trap, from Beast Wars to Beast Machines, is really an amazing story arc. Plus, he got to hook up with the super sexy Black Arachnia
plant lady,
and the plant lady.
Did they get together?
Yeah, he did.
Silverbolt.
She loved Silverbolt, but then she found out Silverbolt was the bug bad guy in Beast Machines, and then they kind of had like a weird love thing, and then he hooked up with the weird plant transformer person.
Yeah, the plant lady.
The plant transformer. Yep. Also, just shooting it out there. If anyone remembers, Reboot, that should be turned into a movie.
Oh my God, Reboot.
Oh, right. All right. But then we can go on. We can go on.
Yeah, we can go for hours. Reboot. We got to end this video.
We got to end it. So thanks a lot. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed the ride. Peace.
Later.